And let's actually talk a little bit about marketing and branding because that's a big part for both of you guys. And Benny, I'll start with you on the marketing side. From a marketing message, what message should a dealership have in play right now?
I think ultimately we've already transitioned away from COVID. That's all the shit that everybody sees. Whether you like it, you don't like it, you believe it, you don't believe it, you get tired of seeing and being waterboarded by the same message over and over and over. Okay, great, it's reaching frequency. I get that. I understand that. But ultimately, right now, the messaging is about the customer. The messaging is about what's in it for them. Yes, so you're doing this, you're doing that to help people, to protect people, to make people safe, to give people an option, to make sure that they have the ability to receive a text, that to receive an email versus a phone call. But ultimately, you have to make the consumer feel comfortable. I firmly believe in consumer leverage. If they feel they're bringing something to the table, then you're more, apt to get a better deal, a better review, a better relationship, a repeat and referral customer, things along those lines. But the messaging is just be transparent, just be yourself, just be genuine. If that's how you are, just be you. And it really doesn't matter what is going on. If the message is genuine, authentic, and people believe it, you're good to go.
Ain't that the truth? I mean, really, right now, I mean, customers want to know how much you care about them before they're willing to listen to what you got to offer. And
Right.
I mean, as an industry, that's a fundamental change for us because I mean, come on, guys, we are literally, we are. I mean, the reason why they call it the used car announcer, or this, it's like the, huge discounts, low lease rates, like it's we've been doing it for 70 years, but like
Yeah.
it is, I mean, it has to change. And actually I think one of the things that do have to change, is not that we're marketing to the customer instead of at the customer. And Benny, that's really kind of what you're driving at here, right? Like it's identify who the hell you're talking to and talk to them as an individual. I mean, whoa, shit, that's a novel idea. But I mean, BowTie, I mean, Mr. Terrance, you do this, either knowingly or unknowingly. You made a brand out of doing this, And so
Right.
I think that's what it is. I think for a lot of dealerships, they're looking at brands like yourself, a brand like yours, survives things like this.
Right.
It's because you're not constantly having to go back to that water well of marketing and continue to fill up your bucket. Your bucket is constantly overflowing with your branding efforts. So for yourself, for the people out there that are listening, what kind of advice can you give them about creating a brand and trying to get away from that crack addiction they have called marketing?
I think is you have to just do it. Like it. It's like it's not a real like. I mean, there's some strategy involved, but you don't know what your strategy is until you get into it. Like you can't. There's no way if you for you to have a strategy to do something that you've never done. Like you don't even know what to do. So like when I first, like, I had no intentions on building a brand or a strategy. I just wanted my customers to remember me if they didn't buy and they came back to the store. So the guy with the bow tie, and then I wanted more people. I didn't want to be the best kept secret. That's what it was. I didn't want to be a secret. So that's why I started doing videos so more people couldn't know of me. And then next thing you know, it's a brand. It wasn't nothing that I tried to do, but if you do, it doesn't matter what you do. If you do it consistently, it's going to become a brand. It can be like you, Jason. You don't have to say one thing about your orange tie. You don't ever have to mention it,
That's true.
but you can't forget your orange tie. Like whoever's on your podcast or whoever sees you, you can go through the drive-through at McDonald's 5 days in a row or 5 days in one week. The next week, if you don't go through the drive-through, they're gonna know. Like so, when you come back and say, "Hey, where you been?" Because you don't have to say one word to anybody. Your orange tie is gonna do it. And whether if orange was your favorite color or you did it intentionally or not, is going to happen because you did it consistently. So that's my advice. Whatever you decide to do, just do it consistently.